7 Tips on Self-Care for Caregivers. The capacity to care is the thing which gives life its deepest significance. Pablo Casals, the world-renowned cellist, understood this deeply. But what happens when that capacity is stretched to its breaking point? Hey, I'm Graceful Mindz, and I help women over 50 navigate this chapter of life. A chapter that often includes caring for others, whether it's aging parents, spouses, or even adult children. See, putting your own needs last when you're focused on someone else's is easy. You're constantly giving your time, energy, and emotional support. With all the other changes happening in our lives, it can feel like you're running on empty. You might feel guilty even thinking about taking time for yourself. And this isn't just a feeling, it's a reality for so many caregivers. As Dr. Tina Sadarangani, creator of Enlightened Caregiver, points out, caregiver stress typically falls into one of 3 buckets: the physical strain of lifting or assisting, the emotional stress of grief or loneliness, and the financial stress of balancing work and caregiving expenses. It's a heavy load, and it takes a toll on both the body and mental health. But you can't pour from an empty cup. To be the best caregiver you can be, you have to prioritize your well-being. So, how do you find the balance between caring for others and caring for yourself? I'll share 7 practical tips that can make all the difference. Let's start with the first one. Tip number 1, create a caregiver's plan. Caregiving can be chaotic. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day demands and lose sight of the bigger picture. A caregiver's plan is like a roadmap. It helps you organize your responsibilities, anticipate potential challenges, and, most importantly, schedule time for yourself. But it's more than just a daily schedule. It's also about having a backup plan. What happens if you get sick? Who steps in? Where's all the crucial information? Think of it as an emergency binder, a central place for all the essential information someone else would need to seamlessly step in. So how do you create this plan? Start by writing out everything: daily routines, medications, appointments, emergency contacts, the works. Then, identify a backup caregiver and make sure they have access to all the necessary information. Remember to review and update the plan regularly. Things change, and your plan needs to change with them. Let's talk about when you become overwhelmed. Tip number 2, recognize the signs of burnout. Caregiving is demanding, both physically and emotionally. And if you're not paying attention to your own needs, it's easy to run yourself ragged. Burnout isn't just feeling tired. It's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. It's that constant overwhelm, even with small tasks. It's the irritability, the trouble sleeping, losing interest in things you used to love, or maybe just feeling emotionally numb. And for women over 50 who might already be dealing with hormonal changes and other age-related issues, burnout can hit even harder. Pay attention to those signals, both in your body and in your mind. Are you constantly exhausted, achy, or anxious? Are you snapping at loved ones more than usual? If something feels off, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor. Reach out to a therapist and/or confide in a trusted friend. Let's talk about how you don't have to do all and be all. Tip number 3, identify your limits. After 50, we might think we have to be superwoman, handling everything, taking care of everyone. But here's a reality check. You can't do it all, and you shouldn't have to. As a caregiver, it's easy to get caught up in the needs of others and completely neglect your own. But setting limits isn't selfish. It's about recognizing that you have finite energy, time, and resources. And it's about acknowledging that your well-being is just as important as the well-being of the person you are caring for. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to effectively care for anyone else. It's a simple equation, but one we often forget. So, start by getting honest with yourself. What can you realistically handle? What are your non-negotiables for your well-being? Once you are clear, start saying no to things that don't fit. It might feel awkward at first, but trust me, it gets easier. This isn't about being perfect. It's about creating a sustainable caregiving plan that works for everyone, including you. Tip number 4, build a self-care toolkit. Think of self-care as your emergency kit, a collection of tools and practices that help you recharge, manage stress, and stay resilient, especially when caregiving gets tough. But what goes into your toolkit? Think about activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. It could be anything from exercise and healthy eating to meditation, journaling, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a hobby. But let's be real, sometimes it's even more basic than that. When was the last time you put on moisturizer without rushing? Or enjoyed your breaks while being present? Or even just combed your hair and felt human? Those little things count too. The key is to find what works for you and to make those practices a regular part of your life, not just something you do when you're already at your breaking point. Tip number 5, seek respite care. Caregiving can be a 24/7 job, and it's easy to feel like you're constantly on duty. But you need time to recharge, to step away from your responsibilities and focus on your well-being. That's where respite care comes in. Respite care is simply temporary relief for caregivers. Permit yourself to take a break, knowing that your loved one is in good hands. This could mean having a family member or friend step in for a few hours a week so you can go to a yoga class or have lunch with a friend. Or it could involve hiring a professional caregiver to provide in-home support. While you're taking that break, think about incorporating some sensory self-care. It is those little things that can instantly soothe you. It can be lighting your favorite scented candle, taking a warm bath, listening to calming music, or enjoying your favorite cup of tea in silence. It's a quick recharge because when you take care of yourself, you're better able to care for others. Tip number 6, prioritize stress management. Okay, so we've talked about longer breaks. But what about those moments when stress hits you hard and you need relief now? Chronic stress can wreak havoc on your body and mind, worsening menopause symptoms, messing with your sleep, and even weakening your immune system. We do not want that. So instead of reaching for that extra coffee, try this. Take 5 slow, deep breaths. Seriously, it works wonders. Or step outside for a minute of fresh air and sunshine. Stretch your neck and shoulders to release tension. Put on some calming music and jot down a few things you're grateful for. Whatever helps you shift your focus and find a little calm amidst the chaos. Find what works best for you. It's about having those go-to techniques to bring you back to center, even if it's just for a few minutes. Now, let's talk about the last tip that many have difficulty with, especially as we age. Tip number 7, ask for help and accept it. Let's be honest, ladies, we're often terrible at asking for help, especially after 50. We feel like we should be able to handle it all. But caregiving? It's too big a job for one person. It's time to ditch the I can do it all mentality. And the real truth, asking for help isn't weakness, it's strength. It's recognizing your limits and prioritizing your well-being so you can keep caring for your loved one. It's not about proving anything to others, it's about accepting help. And it's not just about asking, it's about accepting help when it's offered. How many times have you said, "Oh, I'm fine," when you're secretly drowning? So start looking around. Could a friend pick up groceries? Could a family member take over for an afternoon so you can breathe? Maybe it's time to explore professional caregiver support, even for a few hours a week. Or joining a support group, connecting with people who get it. There are so many ways to lighten the load, but you have to be willing to reach out. Remember, you don't have to do it all alone. All right, caregivers, here's the bottom line. You don't have to do this alone. Caregiving after 50? It takes a village, and it's okay to ask for and accept that support. You deserve it, and your loved ones do too. For more information, please see the references in the description of this video below. And for more on navigating the unexpected challenges during this stage of our lives, check out 7 Surprising Things You Lose After Retirement. Now I know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.